It's the 7th of March, 2016, and I've been doing this Snapchat thing for an entire month. Yesterday's was my 30th. Had a little bit of trouble sleeping last night. Some of it was my mind racing, but the other was there's been coyotes around here lately, which sparked the dogs from across the creek and make them have a commotion. Not only that, but coyotes make a commotion anyway. If you've never heard one, the first time you hear it, it's spine-chilling. I've had multiple occasions where I've had people over and they go, "What's that?" It's like, it's just a coyote, that's all. You're good. They're not going to show up and eat you. But yeah, so whenever the dogs cross the creek, because for some reason it's angled just right to where I hear everything, not fun. Not fun at all.
Half an hour, and you're going to cook a perfect breakfast enchilada. I'm talking about enchiladas. Chef Press, please tell Jed about your bean duck.
So we have a traditional bean bop with some marinated short rib, pickled carrots, and some blanched bean sprouts and some zucchini.
So when I started doing these Snapchats, I had to figure out something. Am I still going to be doing vlogs, or do these replace them? The little motion I made inadvertently with my full hand gave you the answer, by the way. It's the unboxing knife. I have something to open. And there it is. I wonder what could be in it. I actually know what's in it, but mystery. Let's do this. So here's the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD soundtrack, which of course gives away what the other box is. The deluxe edition with the Midna amiibo. Interesting little thing involving that Midna, by the way. Me and Jacob made a little deal. You see, Jacob collects amiibos, in case you didn't know. So he comes up to me during one of our library Dungeons & Dragons roleplay nights, and he says, "Are you getting that new Twilight Princess remake?" And I said, "I'm thinking about it. Why?" You see, he collects amiibos, but he still owns, because I don't think he's ever gotten rid of any game he's ever owned, the original, so he really doesn't need the remake. So we made a little bit of a deal. If he paid me for the amiibo and the soundtrack, then he would get those and I'd keep the game. Because at that moment he was in a bit of a pickle. He needed that amiibo, but it would have been paying way too much to have to buy the game along with it. So we came to the conclusion together that I would own the game, digitize the soundtrack, give him the soundtrack and the amiibo, and everyone wins. Midna actually unlocks another dungeon inside of the Wii U version, so he's going to let me keep her until I get to that dungeon. I'm going to bring it along to the library tomorrow, that way he can have a picture for his gaming blog. Oh, did I tell you he's got a gaming blog now? Go on over to Facebook and look up More XP. It's a page that he runs, and he's got a blog that's attached to that, I think. It's him taking the advice that I always kind of gave him, and I think he took to heart. Build a platform, don't build it on some other website, make it your own. So instead of him building his platform on some website that could be pulled out from under him, I mean, TSN was never going to get away, but other places, maybe. Because the places that he was hosting his stuff on top of, and I don't think he would mind me saying this, it kind of grew thin on both of us. So this way, now he has his own awesome place, a place to store it, which, in his case, a free WordPress installation is completely fine for that. Because he's blogging for the passion of it, which means he doesn't need podcast tools, he doesn't need all that stuff. So it's the writing he always did, just in his own domain now. It's awesome. Because I would never want anyone, and I always made this clear with him, and I've even made it clear with my parents and Kevin, anybody that shows up. One specific thing. TSN never has to be the place for anything they do. Anything that they want to make, just as long as they own their stuff. It's awesome. And if they want to host something on TSN, then by all means, if we got the bandwidth, we'd be more than happy to have them. But hey, have your own place. Because in the end, owning stuff is what's awesome. To own that creativity that you make and no one being able to grasp it from you, it's epic. By the way, anyone else having this glitch where every now and then it'll cut the audio out of a snap? It's weird. Made it take twice as long to say what I wanted to say in a couple of sentences. Kind of annoying, but it was important to get out. Kind of just for me to have enough passion to say, just get out there, make something, and own it. And if anyone tries to stop that creativity or try to ruin it by being a troll or trying to take your creativity by it, screw them. In the end, the only thing that matters is, are you passionate about it? You are? Good. You just passed. Because if you make something and you're not passionate about it, people will notice. Big time. So yeah, pep talk over, but hey, I kind of sparked and I let it go. Just happens. Just pop this disc in to try to digitize it for tomorrow. Of course, the disk drive isn't working. Just found out now because I haven't had to use a disk in a freaking long time. Chances are I just need to get the driver, uninstall it, and reinstall it, and hopefully that'll fix it. Hopefully. I had a couple of ways of doing it, and yeah, it's not working. Windows 10 broke something. Apparently other people are having the issue too. But I can either just hop onto one of my parents' computers or use the media PC. So either way, I can digitize it, just an extra annoying step. The producer on TechSlant ended up sending me an article for people that had this problem and possible fixes. I'm running through one of them right now. Totally worked. Guys. It totally worked! Gotta love people like a producer. And yes, after this, I'm off to bed. I'm aware it's late. One of those CDs that got sent to me has this at the back of it. It's not the Zelda one, just the ones that I unwrapped the other day. Annoying.